I'm praying to God that this is working. Hi. Hello, everyone. How you doing? Welcome. I'm going to hit this button. Hopefully, we can get the comments on the screen. Hello. Hi. Yes. Hopefully, you can see me. Welcome all. Kindred, I think you were the first one in. Good evening. Danka, good evening. Flame, hello. Diva, hello. How are you? Ben, Bitties, so that for you especially. Welcome to a TNGC that might worked. Oh, bless you. Diva, is that you that's just... I'm going to have to say this. I'm not going to be difficult to see notifications and stuff, but I think, Diva, you just subscribed for 33 months on a 6-month streak. So thank you so much for that. I have no idea if there's any mods here or not. I asked them to be here. If not, we'll make sure you get a shout out later. So thank you. Is this an Ecuadorian jail? No, this is actually a hotel, but it's a very unique boutique hotel that used to be like a mansion, and it's very much like the sort of places you would see that would be a saloon in Westerns. The color is a bit off, but we can see, yeah, the lighting in here is dreadful. I've literally had to shut that curtain because that actually leads out to not outside, but to like literally a big area, forecourt area. Yeah, it's just sunlight coming straight through because there's no roof on it. It's just a big open space. Yes, it's Diva. Hello, lovely. Thank you so much. Let's hope the Wi-Fi is better than the hotel in Ireland. Fingers crossed. So we were struggling this morning because we didn't think the Wi-Fi was very good, and it was constantly dropping out. And I spoke to the people that run this lovely hotel, and they very kindly have given me the staff Wi-Fi. Did you not put a Twitch studio in your rider? Can't. Mate, there's so many things we put on a rider that we haven't got, but I'm not going to talk anything about what's going on these 2 weeks. You can save that for when I'm back. Yeah, it's been a bit so-so is the best way of describing it. But we are in our second destination, just to give you a bit of an idea. We're in a place called Cuenca. Cuenca is where we've just come from, which was Guayaquil, where we were last year, with 32-degree heat. And we did the show. Well, I say we did the show we did last year. We didn't. That all got changed last minute. That's a whole nother story. But then from there, we left yesterday and we are up in the mountains. So we've gone from 32-degree heat to 9 degrees. So it's fucking freezing here. Well, it feels freezing anyway. But we are in the highest part of Ecuador. And if we were 1,000 meters higher, we would be the equivalent of the base camp in Everest. That's how high we are. So it's pretty crazy. Hello, iQuail. Good to see you. iQuail, could you very kindly give Ionic Stitch a shout out because she just subbed, and everyone else, exclamation sub hype, show your appreciation for the sub. Thank you so much, Dave. I know you're now lurking, but greatly appreciate it. Phantom, good to see you. But yeah, this is where we are. So we're going to do the show. So I'm going to put a statement out before we start. I've got no idea if the stream is going to go well. Okay, we've deliberately not got a guest. Dave's going to join us very shortly. But if the videos don't run, if the cameras go off, if the mics go off, if it basically all stops, there is absolutely nothing I can do about it because I've got very limited kit and I'm using hopefully a Wi-Fi connection that's decent. But if it goes off, I apologize. If the stream stops, we've got a plan. Dave and me will finish recording the rest of this another time. So if anyone comes in and starts going on about, well, why is this not working or this isn't working? Like if the videos are a bit choppy and that, again, apologies in advance, but I'm not going to keep apologizing for it because there is literally fuck all I can do about it. So I'm putting that out there. Anyone else mentions it in chat, by all means say to them, look, this is the deal. I just don't want to keep fucking repeating it tonight. But thank you all for understanding who are here now. So greatly appreciate it. So thank you, Diva. Thank you, Ben, Danka, everybody that's here. At least it's better than us right now. I heard you've had flooding. Ironically, there's been like tornadoes in Hereford where I was 2 weeks ago with the lads. and now we're here, and it's like, Jesus, okay. So it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. Anyway, enough of all this. I will catch you up on all the gossip and stuff when I get a chance. I get back late Monday night. So then we will be doing a TNGC next week. But then when we do the stream on Wednesday, I'll go into full depth of stuff of what's happened while we've been out in Ecuador, all the good stuff, the bad stuff, all the funny stuff. So we'll give it a whirl. But without further ado, that's enough from me. Please welcome the one guy that I can rely on. Got to have a minute silence for Ozzy tonight. I literally saw that as we went live. It's really sad to think that literally only 2 weeks ago he did his last final show. Then he was at Birmingham Comic Con, and 1 week later he's passed. So I've got no way of timing that. So I don't know if we're going to do that or not. I'm just going to say, yeah, if iQuail could do that, that'd be amazing. We'd appreciate it. But let's crack on with the show. Let's get our co-host who knows the most. Please welcome Mr. David Jones.
Good evening, mate. How you doing?
We're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there.
Yeah, it seems to be working all right this far, considering you're other side of the world.
I know, it's mad.
It doesn't seem too bad.
It doesn't seem too bad. And I hope we've just not jinxed it now, saying that. But
I doubt it.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we'll be all right. But yeah. So are you caught by all the storms and stuff, mate?
No, it's been all right around here. The Midlands usually seems to miss out on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, I haven't seen any bad weather really today. Maybe a little bit of rain, but not much.
Yeah.
Certainly not the tornadoes or anything like you say Hereford had.
I know.
So, it's fairly boring around here.
It's mad when everyone gets the snow and they say on the talk show, we've got the snow.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get it. When it's raining or the storm, we don't get it. When it's nice and sunny and everyone's complaining it's too hot, we don't get it. It's mad, isn't it?
Oh,
welcome to the Midlands, people. So there we go. Hello, Gozzo. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're well. Good to see you. I'm going to bring up, see if I can click on some of these. I don't know how well this will work, but there you go. Some of it's working. It's not the usual setup, obviously. I'm literally running stuff off a tablet, a phone, a laptop with additional mics and stuff and bits and pieces all cobbled together through one fucking plug socket, which is on an adapter, by the way. So, yeah. I'm more worried that I'll blow the electrics than the Wi-Fi going off, actually. So we go. Obviously, I've not played anything for last week because I've been away since. Obviously, we did the show last week and set off at 11 o'clock Wednesday morning, and I've not been back since. So what have you been playing, mate? What you been playing? And chat, tell us what you've been playing.
Well, I'm still continuing my replay of Last of Us Part 2. So where am I now? I'm getting towards the end of that. I'm on... We're about halfway through Abby's day 3 in Seattle. Just got to the Seraphite village and going through that bit. So still enjoyed it. Still really good. Always enjoyed the combat in that game. Just trying to sort of stealth past the enemies. I think I said before, try and stealth past them. All goes wrong, and then having to quickly improvise on the fly. Just trying to get out of the way, throw pipe bombs at them, shoot the buggers in the head, stuff like that. It's all good, clean fun. So I'm still enjoying that. And then I did actually start playing a bit more of the System Shock remake over the weekend.
Oh, what, the
original one, because I know they did System Shock 2 25th anniversary recently.
Yes.
I'll get to that at some point. But I've brought System Shock remake, I think not long after it came out. Was it last year, year before?
Yeah, May last year.
And then hadn't really played much. Completed the initial medical deck. Got to the next one and then just kind of got distracted by lots of other new shiny games that were out at the time. So I thought I'd have a blast on the weekend. So I had a bit of spare time. So I managed to do the second floor that you get to. Then I think I've just gone to the maintenance areas where I've just got to. So I'm just carried on with that. That's quite good. It's interesting playing that because it's not quite as obvious what you're meant to be doing. It's not like it puts nice little waypoints or keeps track of the quests for you. You've got to listen to the audio logs that you're picking up, which give you hints about what you got to go and get and where you got to take it, where things might be. So it's kind of interesting, sort of trying to keep track of that really. Trying to figure out what I'm meant to be doing, but it's good so far. So I do want to carry on with that. So hopefully we'll continue with the time for that one. I'll try not to get distracted by too many other games.
Yeah, I did really like it. It just, I think it's just one of those things where obviously it relies on a lot of old mechanics and stuff. So it didn't quite. I'll try and bring the mic a little bit closer. I don't know whether it's because the mic's not near me. Let's pop it down there. Hopefully that'll pick me up a little bit better. I just felt like it was a good game, but it wasn't a great game. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think it probably is a product of its time. Back when it originally came out, yeah, it was pretty impressive what it was doing. But of course, things have moved on the last, 25, 30 years since it came out. So we're used to things working a different way now, Used to your games like having a quest log that keeps track of, what you're meant to be doing, and subtasks for it, they get marked. You haven't got that at all in this one. It is a case of, as I say, listen to the audio logs or or read the documents you pick up. Which give you hints about where to go. And then it's a case of just kind of wandering around the levels because they're all kind of maze-like. Obviously laid out. So yeah, I'm kind of just going around everything on the level, just trying to find everything that's there. I might just trigger something, and then it'll move along to I'll move on to the next bit then.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it though. I think I'll stick with it for a bit longer.
Yeah, it's worth sticking with. I did enjoy it, but at times I was a bit like, not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here, and there was a little bit of backtracking, but it's okay. I'm just seeing what people. Hello, Gilfly. Good evening. Quick man. Good evening. A couple of things people were saying. Kindred's been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. We'll be talking about that later on. And obviously, I'm going to be streaming that next week, so I'm looking forward to that. In fact, my copy turned up just before I left on Wednesday. That's hilarious.
You could have taken the Switch 2 with you and been playing it while you're away.
You know what? I thought about that.
Why did you not do that? It's a portable console, for God's sake.
I know, but do you know what? I've literally I've no time to play it. I've not literally had no downtime. Even the day that was supposed to be a day off, Sunday, no downtime. Fucking insane. I'm not saying that's all bad. Just that it would just still be sitting there. And the fact I'm worried it'd get damaged because I've had a few things that got damaged. Nothing major, but stuff's got. Just say, guitarist taking the guitar, made sure it was all secure, brand new guitar case, went on the flight because obviously we flew to Colombia and then from Colombia to here. And when it got off the plane, massive fucking chunks taken out of the guitar case.
Oh no!
So yeah, you can't really rely on stuff like that. So I don't want to take the brand new Switch 2 over to here because it might get totally fucked. So there you go. Anyway, what was else? People saying? Oh, Danker. See, now this is a game I covered. God, did I cover this a year or 2 years ago now? My Friendly Neighborhood. Surprisingly good puzzle. That landed on Game Pass. And it's really good. It's the one with all the puppets. You go back to the thing, and it was a big TV show. I really enjoyed that game. And that was either last year or the year before. I've lost track of how old that game is, but I know it's within the last 2 years. But thoroughly enjoyed that game. Again, didn't get in my top 5, but certainly was in my top 10. But it's literally landed on consoles, I believe. So really good game. So yeah, if you go check it out on Game Pass, it's good horror comedy game. Could have played it on the plane. True, but I watched one film on the plane, and then I watched half of The Last of Us season 2 because obviously I've not got Sky anymore, so I've missed the second series. So I've watched half of it on the plane journey. So I'm hoping to go to watch the other half on the way back, and I'm all up to date.
How was that? How was that first half? Because I've heard mixed things about the season. I haven't watched it yet. I have got it ready to watch.
It's not bothering me as much. I can see why people are not too happy with it. I think there's a few questionable choices. I think the problem is, after the first series being so excellent, it just feels that this was a little bit rushed. I don't know. I know it wasn't because there was the strikes and stuff, but something about it just doesn't feel quite as polished as the first series. But we'll see. I'll watch the whole thing and I'll give me an opinion. Hopefully they've got it on the flight back. No, my luck, they haven't. And I'll watch it. You never know. There was always different stuff on flights, but there you go. But 2023, there you go. I covered My Friendly Neighborhood in 2023 because I got sent a copy on PC. So yeah, so there you go. What's this? Been stuck on Void Stranger. Still a crazy game. Got the ending, which is essentially you finish the tutorial. Fair enough. Fair enough. There you go. Chaotic, good evening. Hello, how are you? How are you, lovely? Hope you're well. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Right, well, let's crack on with the show. Hopefully, we get through this. Now, we've got an hour and 40 minutes to blast through. So, I'm gonna put this up now. So 226 show live from Ecuador, believe it or not. We're going to be talking about Ready or Not got its console release last week. Obviously, Donkey Kong Bananza, which I spelt wrong, I realise, but I don't care. I'm not going to change it. And we've got the DLC for Robocop Rogue City, which is called Unfinished Business, along with 5 other games tonight. We've got 8 games tonight. There was a lot to choose from, and more kept getting added, and it was quite difficult. We're not even covering the Destiny 2 DLC because they haven't even got the reviews out for that, and it's been out nearly a week. So I don't know if it'll feature on a future show. I can't guarantee that, but we've got what we've got, so we're gonna hammer through it. Just covered in paint for cosplays. Doing all right, thank you, Chaotic. Doing all right. It's been interesting, is all I'll say. I'll let people know. I wanted to put a Discord update a couple of days ago, but I just don't get the chance. And for the fact I've been allowed to do this is a fucking miracle. But straight after this show, we've got to go do another press conference. It's fucking insane. As I say, not all in a bad way, but it just, I felt like I haven't slept in days. It's probably why my voice sounds like it does. Yeah, exactly. I can fully when you get home. And if I do get a chance, when I can get on the internet, I'll let everybody know. But yeah, it's not, it's been interesting, to say the least. A little bit chaotic. That's a good way to describe it. Chaotic. There you go. Phantom says she watched a playthrough of the Destiny DLC. It's all right. Yeah. I'm hearing mixed things, but that's only from the users. So I'm hearing good things, and some people really hating it. But if we can cover it, we'll cover it. We'll see. But it's not in tonight's show, unfortunately. Had to be dropped. So let's go for our first game. So as I mentioned, we've got some games that, sometimes we don't get to talk about originally, either because they're in early access or they're on PC or they just get passed up on. But this is a game that's now been out on PC for quite some time, actually. But it's finally got its Xbox Series X and PS5 release. This came out last Tuesday. This is Ready or Not. Let's have a look at the trailer for this. Fingers crossed this works. I'm going to press it now.
Oh, no, that's me!
Don't shoot. Stick together, move through slowly and tactically. Try to stay close. I'll call out where we need to go, what we need to do.
The suspects are refusing to come out or negotiate. You are clear to move in.
All right, there's going to be active shooters in here. Some of them dressed as doctors, so just be aware of that.
Oh my.
Alright, who's taking point here?
Alright, try to stay behind me.
Suspect down.
Alright, report that body. Report any weapons you've dropped.
Flashbang?
Oh, that's a grenade! I just took a lot of damage by whoever threw that grenade. Be careful here. These guys are going to move around and try to surprise us.
So this is like some Ted Kaczynski shit.
Alright, we've got a door down here, then another door up here.
Let's go like 3 bottom floor, 2 top floor.
I don't see anything linked to the door. Oh, there's a grenade.
Bomb has been defused.
Who's shooting?
Fuck.
Breaching door.
Nice.
Jesus.
I'm taking fire.
Okay, I see him. Got him. Suspect secured.
Nice. Good job, everyone.
There's likely some civilians here.
Hands up now!
We're gonna go down through the whole basement.
Excellent work. Don't stop now.
There's gonna be some fucked up shit.
Oh, God.
Don't shoot.
Whoa!
Another one in this door! Another one in this door!
Wait.
Shit!
I'm leading.
Oh shit, he's got a hostage.
I have a shot.
Relax.
I have a clean shot. I'm
Don't
taking.
shoot. We need him alive.
So there you go, folks. That is the Ready or Not console edition. Obviously, it's been out for PC for a while. Don't worry, iQuell. Yeah, I know quite a few people were really loving this. I know Bondi from this community loved this because obviously he's a police guy, and you know some of it rings home for him because he's an armed guard. Yeah, let us know a little bit more about this one day for people who don't know what it is. And hello to Fury. I'm just going to very quickly say before Dave says it, they say. Isn't a DLC, it's a standalone expansion. Tayon are getting upset if you call it a DLC. Well, since they haven't sent me my fucking copy, it's a fucking DLC.
Get your little
It
diggy.
hasn't arrived yet. So it better arrive before the stream next week. So as far as I'm concerned, until I get my copy, it's a DLC. Off you go, Dave. Cheers, mate.
No problem. Well, this game is inspired by the old SWAT series. I don't remember if anyone remembers that old series. I think it used to be made by Sierra way back when. Quite a popular series, but very much focused on the tactical side of things. So, whilst a lot of series in the AAA side tend to go more for like heavy action, no real thinking, just run in with your gun and shoot everything. This game is expecting you to do like proper tactics. You're meant to work together with your team, cover each other, breach doors properly, get in, make sure the space is clear, take out people either lethally or non-lethally, and then secure them and their weapons before you move on. It's meant to just all follow like procedure. You're meant to play it that way. Because if you do try and run and gun it, you ain't going to last 5 minutes. By the sound of it, the AI will take you out pretty quick. So it's quite nice to see that someone's still doing this type of game. As I say, the AAA side pretty much left it behind.
Yeah.
Probably the only sort of exception I can think would probably be like Rainbow Six Siege that Ubisoft do is probably
It's probably
closest thing. But this I think looks pretty good. Ideally, I'd say you'd be playing it, with a group of friends all working together in the team. Because probably trying to play this with randoms, probably like most PvE games, wouldn't work as well.
Yeah.
You'd probably occasionally find some good ones you get a good game with, but ideally you want a good crew that you can, talk to on voice comms and play it that way. But if you can't, it apparently is pretty decent single player wise because AI will take over the other team members, and then you've got like various little radial menus you can bring up to like tell them what to do. So you've got a lot of options there, sort of guide them through the level, set them up to do the breach of the doors and handcuff people and stuff like that. So even if you haven't got friends to play with or just want to play offline, it has got the options there. Sounds pretty good. So I think this is one that I don't know if I really knew much about it when it came out on PC. I know you say it's been out on PC for a good year or more. So until looking at the trailers today, I don't think I'd really paid the thing much attention. But it looks like it deserves a good bit of attention from people. So I think it looks like a decent game. As I say, it's something you don't really get that much these days. So it's nice to see this type of game coming back.
Yeah, Kara says she's going to cover it next week, but it's a shame it's not getting much hype, which is a shame because it looks fantastic. I have to say, it does look really, really good. A couple of people are putting scores in. By the way, chat, get your scores in now. Might as well. We're just going to hammer through a show. I'm not going to do any airs and graces and blah, blah, blah. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, just say in chat and then we'll get chat to tell you what we're doing. Let's have a look. So, Chaotic saying maybe a 7 because it's technically not a brand new game. It's console version. Danka said 8. Ben said a 7.5. It's getting in between. Gozzo saying 7. Icar saying 7.5. Fury said the rumor has it that the next Ghost Recon is heading back to the style of game. How it was going back full circle. I remember the Ghost Recon games were like this. Very much so. I don't think
bad for it to go back because the last Ghost Recon was it not Wildlands. That was good. Breakpoint. That was
absolutely tanked.
Terrible. That was.
Yeah. They tried to pick up on the success of Ghost Recon and failed miserably. That was a rough release.
That's it.
Fly saying a 7. Kindred saying a 7. Dave, what do you reckon this has got?
I'll go for a 7.5.
7.5. Okay. Folks, oh God, my phone keeps turning off. I've got the script on it. You see, it's not so easy when I've got my little book on it, make it all good. Phil says 8. It could be a rough... Up in there. Come back here, you. 8, it could be a rough, especially the equipment will. Will be a 9 after patches, but just now a solid 8. Ben says, risky Dave. Games Guru, good evening. Hello, Budsky. Hello. Good to see Ecuador. A very cold Ecuador at the moment, which is bizarre. So this is Ready or Not console edition, which came out on Tuesday last week on Xbox Series X and S and PS5, and you can already get it on PC. It's been out for over a year now. Likewise, Games Guru. And if there are no more scores in the chat, I'm going to just a quick goosey ganders. I can tell you, this did all right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone got this right because this got.
Oh, nice. Oh, good to see it scoring that high.
It just needs more people playing it, I guess. Hopefully, pick up on it and all do. But yeah, 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10, which is really, really good. Really, really good. I don't think anyone got that. Fury was probably the closest. And Danker. But they were 0.5 out. So yeah, there you go. Ben says, well, I got the 0.5 bit right. Gossip was like, really? Wow, I thought I'd get a lower score. No, it seemed to do all right. Celtic says, you know what? It deserves an 8.5. But there you go. It deserves an 8.5. So there you go. No one gets a shout out on that one. Not got that right. But yeah, it's nice to see a game that gets something that it deserves. So there we go. Go check it out. Maybe it will land on Game Pass or PS Plus or something. And I'll be honest, I can't see me playing it until it lands on that, but I would definitely give it a go. So there we go. So from, one game shooting, I don't know where I'm going with this tedious link because this isn't going to work. So fuck it. The second new Nintendo Switch game, which everyone's been really excited about. I know people have been playing about. And I will be covering this on next week, on Wednesday next week, I believe, when I'm back from my travels. Let's have a look at what we already knew was going to be excellent. Let's have a look at the new Donkey Kong Bananza. See what they did there with the title. Let's have a look at the trailer.
This is the perfect place for us to do an awesome training montage, don't you think? We'll practice all sorts of awesome moves, one after the other, getting stronger, getting faster. Roar! Let's do this! I am strong!
You and me, we're the best!
Yeah, our montage will look so cool.
I like a little bit of music we had there. It's holding up just about, Games Guru. That's what we're saying. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Obviously, we know they've already kind of said that this is a prequel to Mario Odyssey. But it pretty much takes a lot of things from that and almost improves it, doesn't it? Because this is the thing that they're saying. It's a bit mad that this wasn't the lead game to lead the console with, people are now saying.
Yeah, because you could say Mario Kart World was a bit like a safe bet, really, wasn't it? Whereas it's a bit more exciting. It's something a bit different. It's got all this, impressive terrain destruction going on that's in there. Because whilst we're used to like a lot of the 3D platforms having these like very tightly designed levels that you just got to like find your way through as quickly as possible. This one you can just smash the crap out of the levels. Go bury yourself underground. Go underneath things. It's just giving you quite a lot of freedom to just do what you like in the levels, make your own way through it. I think it looks pretty cool. I think I remember saying the other week that it was giving me Mario Odyssey vibes. Yeah. And then we find out afterwards that it is like the Mario Odyssey team that have made this, and as you say, it's a prequel to Mario Odyssey. So I think it looks really, really good. I've heard very good things about it from a lot of people. But for anyone who doesn't know, there's a main storyline for this one. I think there's a mining company called Void Co. managed to sink DK's island, Ingot Island, down into this like subterranean world. So you'll end up exploring lots of subterranean biomes with a Pauline, with Pauline riding around on your shoulder, helping you out to get through them, fight some bosses, and make your way back up to the surface.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen of it, looks really, really cool. Lots of cool stuff to find in there. Little secrets hidden around. But as I say, very much looks like the style of Mario Odyssey. And if you like that, then I reckon you'll like this one.
Yeah. I can't wait for this.
Wait
for it. I'm really looking forward to it. So it should be really, really good. People already getting scores in the chat. So chat, by all means, get your scores in right now. Kindred, 9. I know Kindred's been playing it. Ben, 9. Gozzo, 9. Danka said, I really want to say a 10, but then the averages are going to bring it down to 9.5. Games Guru, 9. Chat, put your scores in. What do you reckon this is going to be? Everyone seems to be saying 9s pretty much.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a 9 as well.
Okay, go for a 9. Flame saying an 8 for this as well. iQual saying 9.5. Okay, so we're all kind of like high-end scores. Any more scores, folks? This is Donkey Kong Bananza, which came out last Thursday on the Switch 2. You can only get on Switch 2. I actually did see an article about the fact they were saying what it would look like if it was on the Switch 1, which was interesting.
Probably not particularly good.
Yeah, would not probably work is the answer to that.
I can't imagine the Switch handling all the destruction mechanics at all.
No. Yeah, just explode. So it'd be like, one of those when phones that you plug in a wall that just explodes. 9.5 says Fury. It's got to be a system seller, which it probably will do. I think this will do wonders for the console more than Mario Kart. Even though Mario Kart World was fantastic, I actually think this is a better thing. So, all right, folks, if that's your last set of scores, I can tell you this is pretty obvious that most of you got this right because, ladies and gentlemen, this on average has scored a 9 out of 10.
Very nice.
Potentially putting it in the sort of game of year material category. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, lots of people to shout out there. Congratulations. I worked my way back up. Games Guru, congratulations. Gozzo, Ben, Kindred, you'll get shout outs. So yeah, go for that. Most people now have officially doubled their Switch 2 game collection by buying Donkey Kong. True. As I say, my copy is just sitting there at home. I opened it up and it turned up an hour before I had to leave. So I got to look at it. Didn't get to try it, just got to look at it. But there you go. But we'll be playing it next week. Playing it next week on Wednesday. So there you go. If you can do some shout outs, that'd be amazing for those wonderful people that got it right. And I'm going to press that button. And we're going to talk some gaming news. First of 4 stories we're doing tonight. This is an interesting one because it's not necessarily the biggest news. But it seems to be a trend that's happening quite a lot because quite a lot of licensed games are being delisted from Steam. We've had this happen to the likes of Turtles games and Transformers games, and now more so, it has happened to a game that came out 6 years ago, which is set in that universe with the Continental Hotel. That is John Wick Hex, a game that was a turn-based strategy game set in the John Wick universe, which came out, which got some pretty decent reviews. And now you will not be able to buy it anymore on Steam. If you've got your copy, still going to work. That's not a problem because it's done through Devolver Digital. You'll be able to buy that. And any people who bought it on consoles, you'll be able to use the console version there. But anyone who's now going to be able to try and buy it, not going to happen. So you might be able to pick some second-hand copies up on console, on physical. But yeah, it's a reoccurring thing that seems to be happening. It seems to be more down to licensing than anything because it looks like their time with the license has run out. Hence why. And this has happened with other games with certain music that's in it or certain franchises. But, you know, we talk about the fact that other companies say, oh, you don't really own a game. You just own a license of it. But even then, that doesn't always work in your favor because you might have a game that could stay there, but then if they decide not to renew the license because it's costing them too much and they're not making that money back on the game, you're not really losing the game, but, you know, if you were stupid enough to move on to another platform and not got it, you can't get it again. That's
That's true. Yeah, as you say, it's sadly a trend that seems to happen with a lot of games. I think it's even happened to some of the Forza Horizons over the years as well. You can't buy some of those digitally anymore. If you can find like a physical copy, as you say, you can still get a hold of that. But but it's got to be a second-hand one these days. But yeah, not much you can do about it, unfortunately. Companies pay for a license for X number of years, comes to the end of the time, and for a lot of them, it's not worth them paying it again to keep it going because they're not going to make any more money. The game's time has come and gone. Might still be a few enthusiastic people who will still play it, but you would hope a lot of the time that they can still play it because, as we know, there's plenty of games that do become completely useless once they go, like the Crew. By yourself as one of them, which is why you've got that "Stop Killing Games" petition. It's, I think, going through the EU at the moment. See if we can get them to do something about that in the future. Maybe just think a little bit more and just put something in there so that they can just flick a switch and the game will continue to work, but just not try and talk to its online services. Carry on with it instead of it just being completely wiped off the face of the earth when we're told to forget its existence. You don't want that stuff to happen. It's nice to still be able to play these games. There is a bit of history, isn't it? You want to go back and be able to revisit some of them. But I know these days the digital distribution, it's a bit tricky to do that, unfortunately. Unless you can find some dodgy places on the internet, you're a bit stuffed.
Yeah, which we don't condone any of that to get the games whatsoever. But yeah, it's sad. It's funny because when you like films, some films stand the test of time. Pieces of artwork stand the test of time. Games are another art form, but they seem to be deleted a lot quicker than films, music, and books, literature, and other things, isn't it? So it's crazy. So there you go. No worries, Aquel. Fury says, to be fair, they did drop it to like 95 pence a few days ago before it was killed, so it was super easy to grab on Xbox at least. So there you go. Yeah,
I saw something similar happen with a game on iOS. I can't remember what the reason was. I think it might have been like the game hadn't been updated next number of years, so per Apple's terms, they just knock it out the store.
Yeah,
the devs were like saying, "Oh, it's there for free for a few days until that happens."
Yeah.
So I quickly grabbed that one while it was there because I'd seen that story.
Mm.
But yeah, it's sadly not uncommon. We'll probably just we'll probably see a lot more of this unless something does happen with that petition and companies come up with some better ways to handle these things.
Yeah. Sad times we live in. Days where you could have a game and keep it for like 40 years. You'd be lucky if you can keep it for 5. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's, there you go. I'll be honest, I never played it, so I probably never will play it. But
no, I didn't either. I don't think John Wick Hex was quite the game that a lot of people would have expected.
Yeah, I think
the John Wick franchise to be tied to. Meant to be a good game.
Yes,
meant to be a pretty good sort of fast-paced strategy game, but
just not
what people were expected. Yeah,
exactly. Okay, all right. Well, we shall move on. We'll move on to our second game of the night. This came out last Thursday. This is out on PC, and this is called, if I'm going to bring it up, this is called Fretless, The Wrath of Riffson. Let's have a look at the trailer for this. There you go, folks. That's Fretless, The Wrath of Riffson, which came out last Thursday. Again, I'm not a big fan of RPGs, as I've said many times before. There are certain RPGs I like the look of. And this one I do like the look of. I really do. I think this is really cool. It ticks the boxes. I love rock music and stuff, so I think this is cool.
Oh,
So yeah, tell us a little bit more about this one, please.
Yeah, this one's a sort of rhythm-based RPG with some deck building thrown in there as well. Got a cool pixel art look to it. I really like that. Makes it stand out to me because of that. But in this one, your character Rob is trying to face off against like a big sort of corporate music corporation who are trying to trap musicians into like really bad contracts.
Yeah.
So you're trying to fight them to stop them doing this and stop them taking over control of all music. And it looked, as I say, it's very rhythm based. So yeah, when you're doing the turn-based combat, you're trying to keep with the rhythm to let loose your sort of riff-based attacks you're using against the enemy. So you got to sort of keep the timings right to get better attacks, and also keep the timings going to help block and parry the attacks that are going to come back to you from the enemies. So I think it looks quite cool. Quite a bit of a funky sort of sounding setup to it. Soundtrack seems pretty good as well. And I really like the pixel art graphics. That's what kind of sells it to me at the moment.
Yeah, I quite like the look of it. I think the thing is, here we go. Demo is available on Steam right now. It's £11.50. That's not bad.
Decent price.
Yeah, so there we go. Ben's the first one to put a score in the chat. He's going for a 7. Chat, get your scores in now. And if there is anyone, I might as well say, anyone who's been watching hasn't got a clue what we're doing. We don't review the games, but we get people to guess the average score. So, don't come at me if you go, well, this in certain website or magazine, blah, 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 because it's not how it works. But by all means, chuck your scores in. Put your scores in. Dank is saying a 7.5. Goz is saying a 7.5. Flame saying a 7. It's really funny because I know it's about like nearly 9:45 at your time, and it's saying it's 3:47 here. It's so funny. It just grumbles scouting on my thing. It feels really weird that I'm doing this mid-afternoon. Dave, what do you reckon this got?
I will try a 7.5.
7.5. Also, can someone do exclamation Dave? Because I've realised that he got the Donkey Kong one, right? And we never gave him a shout out. So
yeah, I get forgotten about.
I've got too many things to worry about today. Like internet connection. I can't do any spinning on the chair or anything.
Oh yeah, no chair.
Yeah, and I'm probably not going to shout Dave because there's a load of fucking people outside, so that's going to be a bit weird. Hello, Ellie. So we'll just say congratulations, Dave, for getting your first one right on the
thank you
on Donkey Kong Bananza. Also, my voice fucks, so I don't want to be shouting. Kindred saying a 7 for this one. Games Guru saying a 7 for this one. So everyone's kind of 7.5, 7. Sorry, Dave, what were you going for?
I said 7.5.
7.5 for you. Ellie says evening. Evening to everyone in the UK. Afternoon for anyone in the US or South America like I am. No dare to spin on. Mag will have to give us a 12. I mean, I can do that just for Dave. Oh, I've actually got... There's no chairs in this room and there's a desk. I can't sit at the desk, so I've had to set everything up on 2 beds. And then I'm literally sitting cross-legged, so that's why I keep moving if I look uncomfortable. Probably because I am.
Very nice.
There you go. Don't we do stuff in South America, apparently. There you go. So I can tell you, if there are no scores for this one, this is actually, I should say this again because I didn't say this as I normally do. I don't like putting the script on my phone. It keeps going off. This is Fretless, the Wrath of Riffson, which came out last Thursday on PC. And I can tell you, Goose like, oh, Mafia ad. I can't wait for that game either. I can tell you that this got, again, majority were right here.
Nice.
7.5 out of 10. So there you go. So, Dave, would you like another 12 before we did
Go
shout?
on, then. Get to early.
I'll throw around the other way.
That's it. Mix it up a bit.
I do an arm movement, so it just looks like I'm making an effort. There we go. Well done, Dave, for getting that one right.
Thank you.
Let's have a look. Who else got that? Just scrolling on up. Bozzo, congratulations. Danker, congratulations. I think you all got it right. Everyone else was pretty close. So there you go. And now let's move on to something else. Now, I know Fury was talking about this earlier, and obviously Games Guru is very excited for this. This also came out on Thursday. There were some big games come out on Thursday. And I'm going to state this. They call this a standalone expansion. But just to piss them off, because they still haven't sent my copy, even though my copy's pending, I'm going to call it DLC. In 2023, we had the wonderful, if maybe slightly flawed in places, Robocop Rogue City did feature in our top 15 games of the year. And now we get this brand new expansion / DLC, which is a standalone game which you can buy for PC, Xbox Series X, and PS5. I will be covering this next week regardless, because I can get my hands on it if they don't send me my copy. Better say on. So let's have a look at the trailer for this, which is called Unfinished Business.
That building is technically outside of police jurisdiction.
I am heading there.
Just remember, we're cops. Don't make it a matter of revenge.
It will be a matter of justice. Those mercenaries are my unfinished business. Surrender, or there will be trouble.
All squads, code red. Robocop is here.
Trouble, then.
You're going down.
Robocop is here, but he's not a threat. We're not defending, we're hunting.
Robocop?
Who are you?
You have to save those people.
The mercenaries. What do you know about them?
Is it true that they returned Alex Murphy's memory?
Weapon drawn. I'll handle it.
Murphy!
You only need to reach one place in this building to stop her.
I'm beginning the search for evidence.
The mercs were certainly hunting for the woman you're looking for.
You know why mercenaries are developing the OCP hijacker.
Good to see you, Murphy. You think you're different. You failed as a blade of justice.
I do not reason with criminals.
You want peace. Prepare for war.
What do you want from Miranda?
She didn't tell you?
I thought you were just a machine!
Your actions have consequences. Time to face them.
There you go. So that is the new expansion. As I say, it was planned to be a DLC. That was the original thing. But then it became a little bit more. And I think this is about an 8-hour thing. So it's obviously a lot shorter game than the main game. But it takes a lot of stuff from said game that came out in 2023 and gives us a brand new story, which not only deals with stuff that happened after Rogue City, but stuff that took part before the original Robocop film, which is interesting. So Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yeah, well, as you say, it's mostly a follow-on from Rogue City. So Robocop this time is trying to infiltrate Omni Tower, which has been hijacked by a load of mercenaries. So you've got to fight your way up floor by floor to get to the top, which brings to mind like films like The Raid and Dread.
Dread, yeah.
Similar type of premise.
I thought.
Yeah, but this looks really cool. I like everything that it shows in the trailer. It looks very action-packed. Looks like it's good action, good over-the-top action as well. I still need to play the original game. I've got it on Steam, just haven't got around to it yet. So I'm going to get to it at some point, and then I'll get to it. But it does look very, very cool. And I like the idea that they've added some flashback stuff with Alex Murphy as well before he became Robocop, so helps flesh out his story a little bit more. So it's looking very good. And whilst it might only be 8 hours, I think that sort of runtime gives it a chance to be a bit more focused with its story, not too drawn out or anything like that. So I think it looks like it should be a pretty good addition.
Yeah.
Playing.
People, Games Guru said, love the base game. Looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to playing this next week. My only thing is, from what I'm seeing in comments and stuff, they haven't really learned from their mistakes, because it was never a perfect game, but it was certainly a decent game and was a lot of fun. But it's so funny that like certain things, like there's so many different gun types to try. However, yet again, Robocop sort of 9 pistol still is probably
Still
the
the
best
best.
weapon. So you're not really going to want to use your weapons, apart from a new gun that they brought in, which apparently is better. And there are different choices and bits and pieces, but then they brought in the same skill tree that was in the original game. However, you can get through that a lot quicker and use stuff a lot quicker than, say, the main game, because the main game's a lot longer. But then you kind of go, well, if this is straight after, why are you redoing the same skill tree?
Yeah, they could have at least mixed up a bit, couldn't they?
Like you could start with certain skills and have skills. There are some of the skills that you might not have used much in the original game that you will use, which is good. And they've said that the Ed 209 sections, because you get to play as Ed 209, that's not a spoiler, by the way, is great fun. And the Alex Murphy sections are great. However, when you would want to use other weapons, the Alex Murphy sections are probably the best time to do it, but won't let you do it because you can only use your pistol, the normal thing. So you're like, oh, come on, you could have. So it's like little things. So that. But I'm looking forward to playing it. Fury says 7.5, more of the same, for better or worse. Exactly. It's never going to be the most amazing thing, but it's certainly going to be a lot of fun, I think. So get your scores in, chat, if you haven't already. This is for Robocop, Rogue City Unfinished Business Expansion DLC, whatever you want to call it, which came out last Thursday on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PS5. Ben saying a 7.5, Flame saying a 7.5. Dave, what do you reckon this got?
I'm going to go with the 7.5.
7.5.
Seems like a safe bet.
Okay, 7.5. All right. If I don't see any more in the chat, then I can tell you that this fared a little less than the original game, but only slightly. I did see some reviews that were a lot lower than this, but it still gets a very decent 7 out of 10.
Respectable enough.
Yeah, and for an expansion / DLC, it's perfectly acceptable. So that's all good. It said, with the devs both making Robocop and Terminator games, surely there was scope for Robocop versus Terminator film DLC. Maybe. I wonder if it's a licensing thing, but that could have been really good, actually. As long as they don't do Rambo one, because when they put that out, that game was shocking. So that was the one game that they won't talk about.
I forgot there was even a Rambo one.
Yeah, that was the on-shooter rails thing that looked like a PlayStation 1 game. And they used actual audio from the films that was very badly done. But there you go. But
I think they've slowly been getting better with the games they're making, haven't they? For the sound of it.
I think they're learning and doing that. And do you know what? The Terminator game, Resistance, was actually pretty decent. It didn't love that a lot of people said, but then obviously they put out that newer version of it off the back of the success of Robocop. And then Robocop's been very successful for them. So hopefully they just keep on getting better and better, as you say, Dave. Hopefully that'll be a thing.
Hopefully so.
So yeah, congratulations to, let's get up here, Games Guru. Congratulations. Actually, no, I got that wrong. Sorry, he got 8. Congratulations to Danker, Gozzo, Kindred, snuck in there just before I said it. That's absolutely fine. And Dave, you just put 5 off on that one, which is not too bad.
Close.
Very close. But yeah, if you want to see me playing it, I'll check it out. Thursday next week will be Robocop Unfinished Business. We'll be playing that live on stream. And if they don't send me the copy quick enough, I will continue to do a DLC for the whole stream just to annoy them. Because that's the sort of person I am. But there you go.
Vindictive.
Yeah, I am. I just be a dick when I want to be. Through choice. It's all good. Let's move on to some more gaming news. Obviously, we talked last week about gaming films and stuff. We talked about the Street Fighter film. And we got another film, which we kind of knew about because it was announced back in 2023. But they've started to announce casting choices for it. And that is the Zelda movie. Yes, we are getting a Zelda movie. And the 2 lead actors have been announced. But what's interesting is they are not very well-known actors. They have decided that obviously this is a film done by Sony Pictures along with Nintendo, so basically like the Mario Brothers film, etc. They've decided to get 2 up-and-coming actors and actresses to take place. Both of them are actors and actresses that have been on a lot of Netflix shows recently. Can't tell you what they are because I haven't heard of any of them, but apparently they've been quite popular from what people tell me. But we've got Bo Branson, who's going to be playing Zelda, and there was a picture released of her in this sort of light blue costume that was from Tears of the Kingdom. So it's kind of going for that look. And another young actor called Benjamin Evan Ainsley, also appeared in a lot of Netflix shows recently. Again, pretty much decked out in sort of the stuff you would see Link to be in. No other major actors or stuff have been announced so far. We're looking at a release date of May the 7th, 2027. So it's going to be a bit of time away before we see this film. But the director behind it is Wes Barr, who did all the Maze Runner films and Kingdom of the Planet of Apes. And the writers are basically from people who've written for the last couple of Star Wars films, Detective Pikachu and Jurassic Park Dominion, which I think was the most recent Jurassic Park film, was it? Or was it the one before that?
One before. It's not the one that's just come out. Dominion was the last one with Chris Pratt in, which was from what I recall.
Which brought everyone back, didn't it? Brought everyone back.
Yeah, I didn't hear good things about that. So I know
it was okay. It was a bit pointless, but there you go.
Just another Jurassic Park movie.
Just another Jurassic Park. But there you go. But so we got writers who've done quite a few different films. But yeah, quite good directors, to be honest, because Kingdom of the Planet of Apes was an excellent film. So yeah, what do we expect? Oh yeah, the Mare one, of Jurassic Park films, which is the same I've heard about the new one actually. While I've been out here, everyone's saying the new one's a bit meh as well. So what do we think to a Zelda film, and the fact they're not going for big name actors for it?
Well, I guess probably not a bad idea going with some unknowns. There's no real sort of what's the word I'm looking for? No sort of weight of that person like doing that role, is there? Yeah, you get the sort of fresh person you're not used to, who hopefully brings something good and new to the roles. Still find it interesting that they go in the live action route. When they were first talking about it in the movie, I was kind of expecting like another animation, like the Mario Brothers movie that we had. But it'd be interesting to see what they do with this one. You know? Yeah, it's just going to be another sort of generic sort of fantasy movie, just with a few little Zelda bits and pieces to it.
Yeah,
lots of sea creatures.
We'll see.
Hopefully the writers will come up with something decent.
Mm.
Yeah. But we're going to have to wait and see.
It depends what they've got such a vast amount of source material as well. It depends what source material they're going to use, or whether they're going to go completely brand new. So we'd have to see. Be interesting. Anyway, at least. So we shall see. Dead Set, good evening. Hello, how are you? Good to have you here. So yeah, we will find out more about the Zelda film, but you've got a bit of a wait. You've got just under 2 years before we even see that.
We may have GT6 to tide us over if we're lucky. GTA 6.
Maybe, or maybe
fingers crossed. I hope so.
We shall see. We shall see. Let's move on to some more games. This one also came out last Thursday. This is on PC and Switch. And again, this is one that I knew nothing about until it cropped up when I saw some game lists literally 2-3 weeks ago. And we've had a raid, apparently. We've had a raid. DeadSec, thank you for the raid, dude. Thank you so much. And get a shout out for DeadSec. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, if you could... what I was going to say, this is one that, again, a bit like that Fretless game, that's totally gone on my radar. I like the look of this. Taking a genre that I'm not always a big fan of, but making something that looks really, really cool. This is called The Drifter, out on PC and Switch as of last Thursday. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
I know what you're planning. I'm not going to let you do it.
Security, he's back again. If you have something to say, you'd better make it quick.
Seen any strange men in all black tactical gear, night vision goggles?
No, I have not.
They're working for Trinity Biotech, abducting people.
You have a very active imagination.
I'm Sanjay. Welcome to the lab.
What's this about, Doc?
The very thing we're all here for. Mr. Carter and his ability to go back in time, to change things.
Luke, you can't keep running from the past.
You don't have to do this.
Mr. Carter will trigger the phaser. You will merely be along for the ride. But you should not dally.
Eddie! Oh my God.
Make your decision.
Hey! We need help in here!
There you go, folks. That is the Drifter, which looks pretty cool. I like again, sort of a Groundhog Day kind of thing. Dying 80s aesthetic icon. The trailer music is awesome. Yeah, it's a point and click adventure, very retro. Yeah, I quite like the look at it. Tell us a little bit more, please, Dave. I'll grab some water.
Yeah. No worries. Now, I'm the same as you. This is a game that I wasn't aware of until I kind of saw just like the thumbnail for the trailer pop up on YouTube the other day in my suggestions queue. I thought that the thumbnail looked interesting, so I watched the trailer, and yeah, definitely my type of thing, because I'm always a sucker for the old style point and clicks back when like LucasArts were in the heyday. I absolutely love those. And this with its pixel art graphics sort of really sort of scratches at it. So I'm kind of like hovering over the purchase button on Steam at the moment, so I might get this one. But story-wise for this one, you're playing as this loner called Mick Carter, who witnesses a murder, gets killed himself, but then gets caught in like a time loop. So keeps reliving like, you know, a portion of time. And, you know, you've got to use what you've learned like with each sort of cycle to try and move the story forward. And I think it looks really cool. It's definitely taking like inspiration from like people like Stephen King, Michael Crichton, John Carpenter, and it's like aesthetic and vibes. So it looks really, really quite cool to me. So I'm definitely intrigued to play this, and it's nice to see the point and click genre still going strong and still trying like some new ideas there. This is like a bit more of a fast-paced point and click compared to perhaps what we're used to, but looks like it's doing something really good with the genre. So definitely up for this one.
Yeah, I like the look of this. A couple of people in the chat really like the look of this as well. Just tell me, chat, tell us your thoughts on scores for this one. This looks pretty damn neat, I have to say. Let's see what people are saying. Have people already put some scores in? I think they have. Dan can say 8.5 for this one. He thinks this is going to tick all the boxes. What do you reckon?
I'm going to try an 8 for this one.
Go for an 8 for this one. Flame agreeing with you, Dave. 8 for this one as well. Chat, get your scores in now. This is the Drifter, which came out on PC and Switch last Thursday. So give us a shout of your scores. That'd be greatly appreciated. Kindred also saying an 8. Anybody else? Anybody else? I'm just making sure my stuff's running. Seems to be running all right. So that's good. Highquell's just reminded me of something that I should have done before we started talking about this game, but never mind. 10 for the trailer music, probably 8 for the game, says Highquell. Thank you. Ems, good evening, Ems. Hope you're well. 8.5. Good to see you. 8.5 for this one. All right. Any more? Last chance. I've already said it once, but I'm going to say it again. This is Drifter, which came out on PC and Switch last Thursday. If I know more scores in the chat, I can tell you that this did pretty damn well, because it didn't hit the heights of Donkey Kong, but it certainly did very well with an 8.5.
Very nice.
Yeah. There you go. It's all right. I've checked. I've done a chat test, Danker. So thank you for that. I've got it here on the thing over here and here and here. So it's all good. It's just it stopped for a second over here. So I was like, don't crash on me. So there you go. Congratulations to everyone who said 8.5. So yeah, good start, Ems. You get a shout out straight away. Well done. And who else gets a shout out? Danker gets a shout out. I think those are the only two that said it, actually. Everyone else was pretty close. Pretty close. So there you go. There you go. Nice and easy. Congratulations, you two, for getting that right. Tell you what, then, as I completely forgot to do it, we might as well do this bit before we move on to our next game. Folks, it's 3 weeks today. Can you believe it? 3 weeks today. Timeless Gaming Convention. It's Liverpool. I'm going to play that trailer that you are probably sick to death with, but I haven't got anything else I can show you because I haven't got it here. So I'm going to press the button. We're going to do this. Go check it out. And if you haven't got your tickets, why the fuck not? Hi, I'm Middle Aged Gamer Guy, and I'm very excited to announce that Timeless 2025 is coming to Liverpool here at the Cairns Brewery. Here we are. We're back. There you go, folks. So Timeless for 3 weeks today. 3 weeks today. Nothing new to announce because I'm away, so I can't announce it, but I know stuff has been going on behind the screens. We've got some more exhibitors to announce. I know more exhibitors have been booked since we announced a load of exhibitors last week. So that'll be all getting announced. And we still need to announce the content creator panel and the other panel, which are literally still being finalised. So literally, it will be 2 weeks before the event. I think everything's going to be announced, and we'll have all the schedule and everything for you. If you haven't got tickets, I think Jesse's not here to qualify this because he's not here tonight. Dave's working, unfortunately, so he can't be here. But I think there's about 8 VIP tickets. I think we had 18 last week. I think we shifted about 10. There's only 8 left. So if you want to come to the VIP night, Jason Bradbury the night before from the Gadget Show, plus to get me all our other wonderful guests, then please do get your tickets now. Those VIPs are pretty much going to be sold out. Exclamation times for more details. We'll probably get more heavy into times on next week's show because we'll be 2 weeks away. So there you go. Very, very exciting. And thank you to Jesse and Dave. I know they're not watching, but they might watch. Thank you to Jesse and Dave for covering everything while I'm away because I can't deal with that and deal with all the stuff I'm doing over here. So thank you to them for doing that. Greatly appreciate it. So welcome back, dude. I think the last game got 8.5, wasn't it? 8.5.
Yes, it was.
Last game got an 8.5. Dude. So there you go. Let's move on to our next game. Now, I have been sent a copy of this next game. I'm quite determined to try and get this in my schedule for August because it looks very, very interesting. It was something that kind of came up a couple of months ago. This is out on PC, Xbox Series X, S, One, Switch, PS4 and 5. And this is called The Wandering Village. And I literally got sent a copy before I got away. And I'm very intrigued to try it. So hopefully we might get it into the schedule for August. We'll have a look. Here comes the trailer. There you go, Wandering Village, which literally is a village on top of a wandering, dinosaur / monster. As it says on the tin. But Dave, can you elaborate on that for me?
Yeah, I can do. I think in this sort of game world, there's been some sort of apocalyptic type event, which means it's quite hard to live like on the ground. So everyone's moved on top of this big creature called an ombu, which is just sort of wandering across the world. And whilst you're living on its back, building your village, managing it, making sure everyone's doing what they should be doing, you've got to protect it from like invaders by the look of it, and you've got to look at where this ombu creature is walking to prepare for what it's going to walk through, because it might end up walking through like sort of poison clouds and stuff like that. So you've got to prepare for that. If it's going to go through the ocean, you might want to prepare so that you can take advantage of that and catch lots of fish and things like that to keep your village going. And as well as looking after your villagers and your village, you can also sort of take care of the ombu itself to try and live in a sort of symbiotic relationship with it, where you can exploit it and be a bit harsher to it.
Okay.
So you've got a bit of choice in how you. So it's quite definitely an interesting sounding city builder.
Yeah,
a bit different than something like City, because at least you've got this like big creature that you got to deal with as well. So I think it's quite cool. Yeah, it's like interesting art style. They're going for like sort of 3D for the creature and the world, but then the structures that you build and the characters are all sort of 2D hand drawn.
Yeah,
they're on there. So it's got an interesting sort of mix to like quite a cool looking visual style. So I think it's a good city builder.
Yeah, I quite like the look at this. So I will try and squeeze this into the schedule for August. I know we're losing a whole week because of tiredness, but I'm sure we can fit this in. And one of the main guys that worked on the game actually emailed me directly, and I haven't replied to him. I feel really bad just because I've been out here. So I will reply to him and say, I would like to cover the game, because I thought it was really nice that they reached out to me. So fingers crossed. Let's see what people are saying scores-wise. Game Guru is loving the look of this. Danka says 7.5. This does look good. Gozzo, 7.5. Ems, 8 out of 10. Flame, 8 as well. Dave, what's your score? What do you reckon?
I'm going to try an 8.
An 8. All right, so people are going for 8s or 7.5. Games Guru going for 7.5. Check your scores in now. This is The Wandering Village, which came out last Thursday on PC, Xbox Series X, S1, Nintendo Switch, and PS4 and 5. Looks pretty cool. iQuell going for an 8. Yeah, everyone's 8s or 7.5s, 8s or 7.5s. Any more for any more? If not, we will unveil the scores. People are doing quite well tonight. I think it was only the one game that it was anybody or not that's caught everyone out. I'll be honest. Everyone else seems to be pretty much on the ball with this. I can tell you that this got a very reputable 7.5.
Good.
7.5 out of 10. Kid said didn't see it 8. That's fine. Don't worry. Didn't see it. Didn't get it right. Don't worry. But some people did get it right. Games Guru, congratulations. Gozzo, Danka. Can we get shout outs for them? Thank you so much. And as I always say, can you please do me a favour in the fact that you take the time to watch this show week in, week out? And we appreciate you being here and taking part in these silly little guessing games, but finding out about new games. But also for the fact that please follow these people that we're giving the shout outs to, because they spend their time watching this show week in, week out. It'd be nice if you did the same for them. So thank you for all your support. Moving on to some more news. I'm going to switch off again. I'll be so glad when I go back to a proper script. I'll be so glad next week. So we've gone from talking about the Zelda movie to talking about a live action TV series. This had already been made into a movie, which did so. What are we talking about? We are talking about an Assassin's Creed live action series, which will be coming to Netflix. We know we haven't got a date on it. It was first announced 5 years ago. But they said that the people that are working on it said that this is going to be about power, violence, sex, greed, and vengeance.
Not assassins there.
No parkour. Parkour was not mentioned. So does make me a little bit worried. We have no idea whether, because we have little to go on, we don't know whether there's going to be anything that's related to any of the previous video games that we've had. or areas that they've taken place, or what universe or when it's set. So we don't know whether there'll be a Desmond or not, or whether it will feature Vikings or samurais, or in the times of the Crusades, any of that. We just don't know. Or Boston Tea Party. We don't know. What we do know, though, I'm a little bit like, okay, don't go off chat about this. So one of the guys that is helping to put this together is one of the guys behind Westworld, which I absolutely adored. Love Westworld series. It was really, really good. The other guy worked on the Halo TV show. But before we say that, he only worked on the second series after everyone else got shot. And apparently, no, I've still not watched it. A lot of people said the second series was better than the first. So don't know that person too much. But yeah, it's kind of a bit of a mixed thing. But I don't know whether the film that came out was not great. I felt it changed too much. There's certain things they did well in it, but then they were trying to lead into a whole line of films which never led anywhere because it did so badly. Thank you. Chaotic agrees. The second series is better than the first one. That's good. I've yet to watch either, but at some point I will watch them. It's stuck on my queue to watch.
I wouldn't waste your time.
No, I know.
The first series is so bad. It's just not worth wasting your time on it. It's in canned as well, so it ain't going to go anywhere. Waste of time. I like the Halo games. Hate the TV series.
See, I might really love the TV series. You never know. But then again,
I'd be surprised. It really was bad. That first series was terrible. The worst things I've ever watched.
Oh Jesus! Okay, that's like saying a punch to the face is better than a kick in the nuts. And I'm a hardcore Halo fan. I mean, a punch to the face is probably better than a kick to the nuts, but much of a muchness. But yeah, I think Assassin's Creed probably would suit a TV series far better, to be honest. I could see.
I think so. Gives the narrative more time to be fleshed out, doesn't it?
It does, and you could do more things with it because it could be. Not saying to do this, it could be a number of short stories set in time periods, but there'll be one thread that links the things, or you might get a different series in a different time period, which we have seen with such things like Fargo or True Detective, where it's been totally different characters each series, but a whole complete story from 1 to 8 things. So it could be like that, or it might just be a whole one big thing, so we can see. And Assassin's Creed could be an anthology type series, says I agree. Dank says, as long as the guys obey the source material and learn mistakes, then nothing should go wrong. Let's hope. But what do we think, Jack? What do we think? Dave, your thoughts? You've got fingers crossed on it?
It's probably got more possibilities to be better than the film. Because the problem with film, sometimes it just doesn't have enough runtime to really get into the characters, explain its narrative and everything that's going on. And for a thing like Assassin's Creed, they're always big games with big stories that go on for a number of hours. So probably a TV series will be a better medium for them.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with it. Are they going to go something new? Are they going to look to adapt any of the games? If they're going to adapt some of the games, I mean, some of the best ones, like the ones with Ezio in. For me, those are probably my favourite ones. But then, Assassin's Creed 4 with the pirate theme and probably Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Odyssey Syndicate. Even the new one could work. Shadows.
Yeah, they've got a hell of a lot to choose from.
We'll see. But yeah, we'll find out. No dates on that as yet, but it has been all signed off. So we've got no casting or anything on it. So probably expect it in a year or two, a bit like the Zelda film, really. So we shall see. We shall see. But we are hammering through the show, but it's probably because I'm not on full form. So again, apologies if I'm not as loud and vibrant as I am because I'm just absolutely fucking shattered. But I didn't want to let you off. Yeah, I didn't want to let you guys down, and we still wanted to do a show. So hopefully I'll be back on form. I might be jet lagged to fuck next week, so I might be even worse. But we'll still be doing a show next week. Let's do our last couple of games, and then we've got one more news story, which is quite interesting. This next game. Now, this game is intriguing because we saw this first announced. Let's jump up here on my phone. Saw this first announced last summer It's been a year since it was announced, and everyone was a bit like, "Wait, is that Pac-Man?" A bit odd. And then obviously we got the Amazon series of different games, and the name escapes me even though I watched the whole thing. Someone can tell me in chat.
Secret Level.
Thank you, Secret Level, where basically we got an episode based on this game, which, to say nonetheless, was pretty fucking horrifying. Because it was not the Pac-Man that we know and love. But this could be very, very interesting. Now, I've not said I'm going to cover this yet, but the more I see it, the more I'm intrigued by it. So it could be that I can slip this into August if other things don't pan out. I've put my name down for. But this came out last Friday on PS5, Xbox Series XS, PC, and Switch 2. And this is Shadow Labyrinth. Let's have a look at the trailer for this. Waka, waka, waka. There's that lovely Bandai Namco thing that we love so much that started this year.
Nice and cheery.
Yeah. I was saying, oh yeah, I went absolutely mad for this when I saw the trailer. I did, because I was like, what the fuck? But
yeah, not what you expect for Pac-Man.
For a Pac-Man game, yeah. But I really kind of like what they're going for here. And even though the Secret Level episode didn't really do anything for me, I'll be honest, because it was so fucking depressing. I don't know. I'm still really want to play this, so maybe I will. I don't know. We'll try. We'll try to cover this. I'll work out with Mr. Johnson. So yeah, this does look cool. And the fact that there are elements of the arcade game in it as well, which I think is weird how that slips in. They're slipping in and all stuff.
Yeah, they have sort of managed to fit it in fairly well, haven't they? So it doesn't feel.
Yeah,
I suppose it feels too forced the way that
no.
it looks like they've used to do something like the platforming segments.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely an interesting looking game. You wouldn't really expect Pac-Man to be put into a Metroidvania, and he's like a side character. The main character you're playing as is someone called Swordsman Number 8, and I think Pac-Man is helping guide you through this like maze-like world, and I think kind of like I don't know what the story really is for it.
No,
I couldn't really see anything that really told you, but generally it's just surviving the world. Surviving all the creatures and the bosses that are there, trying to escape from this like strange world. Pac-Man is there to help you along the way. And whilst it is a sort of general Metroidvania type game, where you just standard platforming with the swordsman character, there are certain like platform segments where you'll turn into like Pac-Man and move like Pac-Man across them, and then jump off them and turn back into Swordsman Number 8 and then fight the enemy. So it's mixing a couple of styles there, still keeping the old feel of Pac-Man into it. So it's definitely an interesting use for the character. So I suppose I just want to think what they can do with some of their old classic characters now, their old games.
Yeah.
So fair play for trying something slightly different with this. Definitely gone off the cuff that we wouldn't have expected in a million years. But it looks like it's a fairly competent Metroidvania as well, from what I've been reading. You could have thought it would come out and be absolutely terrible, but it sounds like it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I know. This is the thing. It would work if someone tried to describe it to you.
I know, but if anyone's still looking for like a Metroidvania to play, not like you're not sport for choice in that genre at the moment. This is there and actually looks pretty decent from what I can tell.
Fury saying 8.5 and Mech Monster Space Armor Pac-Man for the win. I was going to say, because you change into different things. It's really, really cool. Jordan Tuckle, hello, good evening. Good to have you here. 8 out of 10 for you. Gozzo and Danka both in for a 7 out of 10. Chat, get your scores in now. We are talking about Shadow Labyrinth, or as I call it, the weirdest Pac-Man spin-off ever known to man, but still looks cool. Which came out last Friday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, Switch, and Switch 2. Flame is also saying an 8. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to go for an 8.
Go for an 8 for this one. Okay. Folks, get your scores in now. Last chance to get your shout out for this one. We got one more game to go after this. If there are no other scores in chat, Kyle's just saying an 8 as well. There you go. I can tell you that this might get the score I thought it would get. But it's still a pretty decent score. 7 out of 10.
Not bad. Reasonably competent game.
Yeah, pretty decent. You get a free upgrade on Switch 2, I believe. So if you got it on Switch, you can get a free upgrade. There you go. I'm just a little bit worried because my internet looks like it's just about to die on its arse. I've just had a warning.
Yeah, you're looking a bit pixelated and you're going a bit crackly.
Yeah, so we'll just sit and wait this one out for a second. But it has just come up to warn me. So bear with us, folks. Hopefully it will come back. There you go. Anyone who said 7 out of 10, congratulations. It's trying to die. It is. Eddie says, whoop, whoop. Susie's coming from Norway. Just bought one of the last velvet ticket. Yay! Tell her I'm really happy that she's coming. Because it was great to see her last year. So tell her I said hi. Be great to see her. About them coming over though, Ellie. Oh no, fella. Let me know. Kindred said an 8. Well, I think Kindred's on a time delay, unless it's me that's on a time delay. Probably me, actually. It's getting better. The internet's slightly getting better. I'm just waiting for that. It's
starting to look a bit more normal now.
I think it's just kicked back in. So I think we're good. Jack, unfortunately, can't make you to work because we work over for format. Oh, amazing. Well, at least we get to see Jack over format, which is cool. Happy days. Good, lovely to see both of them. So awesome. Thanks for letting me know, Ellie. Greatly appreciate that. We've probably only got about like 7 VIP tickets. It's a shame Jesse's not here. He'd be able to tell me. There you go. Congratulations to everyone who got that last one right. If people want me to play Shadow Labyrinth, I will probably try and pick up a copy.
Give it a go. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it'd be sad if I was quite hyped for it and I've just let it pass it by and never play it. So maybe I should try and fit that in the schedule. Or sometimes, we get a bit short for games in December before we start doing all the big giveaways and all the community games. So sometimes I try and cram games in that I didn't get to play early in the year. So maybe I will get a copy in. If I can't fit it into August schedule, I will chuck it in before the end of the year for you lot. If you want it, just let me know. DM me or let us know in the chat. Ellie says, I know, I just messaged and telling her to be quick. We only found out yesterday she was coming. She's lucky then. She's lucky. Very lucky. I think we had a VIP ticket go this morning. So, yeah, I'm glad she got it then. I think they will be sold out by next week. I'm not going to lie. If we shifting 10 on average a week, that's probably why. The Switch 2 upgrade is confirmed. Cheers, Danke. So, yeah, I have no idea what platform I would get that on. I'll just have to see what it is. I don't even think I can get a free copy because no one offered me, mate. That's why it's kind of passed me by. But we shall see. Moving on to our final game this evening. Oh, God, fucking script thing's gone again. Let's have a look. I forgot what it was, actually. This came out also last Friday on PC, Xbox Series X, S, and 1 at the moment. This is called Back to the Dawn. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
This life was supposed to be over. One last job, you swore. But the last job never ends. And when you think you're really out, The shadows drag you back in. The lies didn't stack up. They spilled over. And somewhere in the mess, the job kept going. Is through. One last time.
There you go. So that is Back to the Dawn, which came out on PC and all the Xboxes last Friday. And he said, "Ooh, I quite like the look of that one." So again, so do I. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this last one.
Yeah, this is another one that I wasn't really aware of. So you put it in the show this week, and then as soon as I watched the trailer and a video review for it, definitely intrigued. Definitely want to play it. It's a pretty cool sounding Prison Break RPG. You can pick one or two characters to play as, both who've got sort of different narratives going on, and you've got to survive 21 in-game days in the prison. You know, with the usual prison routine. You know, meeting other prisoners and working out which gangs to perhaps affiliate yourself with, and you've got to try and survive and plan your escape to get out after 21 days. But it sounds like there's quite a bit sort of to it, really. There's lots of different ways to escape, lots of different characters to interact with. You're not going to be able to like do everything in like the 21 days. It's got like quite a bit of replayability for the sound of it to go back in, try with a different character, or just try doing different things. Find a different way out, different characters, affiliate with a different gang. So it sounds like there's quite a cool amount of stuff to do in it. And definitely intrigued by this one. Again, as I mentioned, another pixel art game. I've had lots of those tonight, but I think that looks really cool. And again, it's got some sort of nice modern sort of takes to the pixel art with some sort of 3D stuff that's going on in there as well. I think it looks really, really good. Yeah. Definitely another one that I'm interested in.
Yeah, it is.
Good games coming out in the indie section at the moment.
Yeah, I think we've been a bit spoilt for choice, and especially this week's selection has been pretty good selection.
Yeah,
July has been a bit of a dud month, and then suddenly we've had quite a few big idiots and a few other cool little games come out the second half of July. So it seems pretty good. Finally getting spoiled in July, which is what we like to hear. There we go. All right, folks. What do you think? Dan is saying an 8.5 for this one. Get your scores in now, if you'd be so kind. This is your last chance to get a shout out in the chat. Dave, what are you going to say for this one?
I'm going to try an 8 for this one.
Okay, yeah, for an 8. I quite going for an 8 as well. So is Flame. Share your scores, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 7.5. Has strong black sad vibes, if you know of that comic/game. It's an anthropomorphic animals theme. Oh, it's also on Game Pass. Oh, I didn't realise this has landed on Game Pass as well. So that's why it's a PC and Xbox Series X and S. So it was a day one thing on Friday then. Yeah. Okay, I probably put that in the list of things coming out on Xbox, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I missed it. I know that Descenders next Shadow drop. Is that today?
I think so. Yeah, a lot of reviews in progress come up on YouTube.
Delayed in April. So we'll have to cram that into August schedule because we're supposed to put that in April, and then it got dropped. So yeah, so fingers crossed. Chaotic Neutral 7.5. Kindred 7.5. Any more for any more, folks? Don't be shy. Last chance. This is the Back to the Dawn, which came out last Friday on PC and Xbox Series XS and even Xbox One and Game Pass. Games Guru saying 8. Dave, remind me of score?
I said 8.
8 for that one. Okay, we are going for. I'll tell you one thing about this week's show. There's some really good scores, and this is one of them as well. 8.5. Nice. 8.5 for this one, folks. Quality. It dropped the week. December dropped over the weekend. Okay, no worries. I'll still make sure I cover it at some point because I said I would. So thank you for letting me know, Danka. I was trying to catch up on Discord, so I've not looked at it for like a week. So I'm so behind on my own Discord, let alone any other Discord. Okay, so who got 8.5? Danka. Danka got it. Is Danka the only one who got it right? Everyone else
Fair
was
play,
right. Fair play. Danka's done right. He's had a couple of weeks where he's been a bit off the board, but he's come back with a vengeance. Doesn't got all of them right tonight, but he's got a fair chunk of them, which is good. Guys, good on you. Let's crack on. We're going to finish early, which is fine by me because I'm shattered. I've still got a load more things to do today. So, let's go for the news stories. Last news story. Now, this is an interesting one. So, talking about Steam again, because Steam has recently been cracking down on adult-only mature games, more so on sexually explicit games. And there have been a ton of games recently removed from the Steam store, and new rules have been added. And most of those, been added to apply to this new rule. Now, when we say adult content and that, we're not talking about removing GTA 5 or Cyberpunk, which obviously do have adult themes. What we're talking about, games that are slightly more pornographic, or games that there was a picture of it, and when you have a look at it, are very questionable indeed, and probably wouldn't actually be games, because I'm not going to repeat some of the titles of games, but they're just basically porn. So Steam has basically clamped down on this and wants to get them removed. But some people are saying that the new rules are a little bit vague when it comes to what they've added, because they've only added one new paragraph to the Steam rules. And it does mean that because they state adult themes, this could target games that may have adult themes, but are not pornographic. So people are worried their games be generally a good game, and it gets targeted because of these new rules. Yes, and yes, Kindred has wanking simulator on Steam. Exactly, that is still there. That didn't get taken off.
Simulate anything these days.
That game's been out for a couple of years as well. So
That's it.
yeah. Jenny, hello. Oh, hi, Global Mike. Hi. How you doing, Jenny? Lovely to see you. So, in some ways, it's good because it means that, people who've got Steam accounts, or even children that might have got Steam accounts, might not be able to either deliberately or accidentally stumble on content which is not good in terms of like pornographic stuff. But do we think that Steam needs to kind of update this little paragraph of the rules that they've said? It's basically a clear indication because GTA 6 is going to be an adult-themed game.
Oh, definitely.
Does that mean that it will get delayed on Steam if it ever comes out on Steam because it falls into these new rules? It's the rules are vague. If you go look at it, they are very vague. I get what they're trying to do, which is good, but it is vague.
Maybe they're trying to purposely leave it vague so that they can just target the relevant stuff without having to be too specific about it. Because if you get too specific on certain things, there's always going to be something you miss out, or people find loopholes around that way, aren't they? So if you keep it vague, you're kind of covering yourself on a full basis. But I can understand why some people wouldn't like it being left like that, because you could think it does give them a chance to target something that probably wouldn't be as bad as some like the hentai games that have just been mentioned.
Yeah, Kaox just mentioned that. I'll bring that up. Most Japanese hentai games that I was targeting, Kima have had keys for them. Not sure why you would cover them personally. I mean, we've had a few that are not pornographic, but are a little bit questionable. We've even covered some on this show, and we've even played some. But they're not anywhere near as bad. Because I'm just going to say, some of the games were like brother and sister doing it simulator, and it's just like, Jesus.
You've got to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah, it's just like, no. So there's some content you just go, why? But yeah, I think they've obviously reacted and done it quickly, but then maybe they just need to rejig the wording for that. Kotick says, there's a huge difference for sure. No, that's date everything, Kindred, not fuck everything. Jesus. That's that comical one where you can basically date items in a house. It's like a comical dating simulator. It's not a fucking thing. Jesus. Well, hey, that's a good way to end the show, isn't it? But there you go. Any other thoughts on the whole thing to do Steam? Yeah.
I don't think there's much more to add to it, isn't there? Unless they do go back and add some more specifics to it. People's going to have to keep an eye on them, I think. And if they do take away something that really wasn't problematic, people just have to shout up to them about it, get them to reverse their decision.
Yeah. I don't know. I think stuff like that's best kept out of the game domain, to be honest. So there you go. There you go, folks. That is our show for you. So I have to move around because I'm feeling uncomfortable. As I say, I was literally sitting on bed because I've got nowhere else to do the show. You saw the state of what I've done and how I've had to do this and drag cables from places to make this show happen. We got through it. The
internet survived.
Few little technical things here and there, but nothing too bad. We got through it. So thank you so much to all the audience for your patience for us doing this. I'll be honest, I didn't even think this was going to happen. So thank you so much for putting up with us. Dave, as always, thank you so much for being
always a pleasure, mate.
Great co-host. The normal TNGC will be back with the normal format Tuesday next week. I will be back in the UK late Monday night, probably jet lagged to fuck, but we will be doing a show, and hopefully I will bring a lot more energy than I'm doing right now because I am.
Well, I hope so. Fingers crossed. Not too jet lagged.
Really tired. Hope I'm having an amazing time. It's going all right, thank you, Jenny. I will endeavour to try and find some time to jump on Discord and tell you nothing bad's happened, put it that way, but it's been interesting. Enjoy my day out there, Mags. Enjoy my day out. Flipping here for 2 weeks, mate. One under gamer. It's going okay. Nothing bad to say, but it's very long days and it's very, very tiring. And I will also say that the whole itinerary that we had 2 weeks went right out the fucking window for the moment we landed. I am literally leaving in 10-15 minutes to go do a press conference. Plus a load of radio interviews and other stuff with the band. But yeah, I will post pictures and stuff when I get a chance. But it's going all right. It's going all right. It's fun. I just need some sleep. And it's only 10 to 5 in the afternoon here. So there you go. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm not going to raid on because I can't actually physically do that with the setup I've got. So for the first time ever, we're not going to do a raid. So I'm literally going to hit the button to say thank you so much to everyone who's been here tonight. Hope you're all well. We'll see you next week. I'll be back streaming properly. Take care. If any of you are affected by the floods and stuff back over in England, please stay safe. Please stay safe. And again, thanks so much to all of you for being here. Because yeah, we can do it. If one of the mods wants to raid someone random, I won't be able to see it. I don't mind you doing that. If you want to do that, go for it. But I won't get the notification or anything. If you want to do it, do it. It don't bother me. But I won't be going over and I won't be acknowledging the person because I can't do that. They can only raid if they're editor. The only editor is Dave Johnson, and he's working at the moment, so he's not here. So let's skip that one. Let's skip that one. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. We're going to hit that button. And as I always say, let's find a thing first before I hit the thing. Wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening. And me and Dave shall see you back next Tuesday for Tuesday night gaming chat. Live back in England, I hope. Take care. Good night, everyone. Bye.